Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful leans hard into slow burn tension rather than explosive action, but that makes the emotional weight even heavier. Every character involved is standing on unstable ground, trying to keep control while knowing deep down that things are already slipping. Dylan is operating from a place of guilt and insecurity. She knows she's a guest in Elektra's world and that her presence alone has been enough to create cracks in Elektra's trust, especially where Will Spencer is concerned. Even though Will has been kind and supportive, Dylan's admiration for him has crossed into uncomfortable territory. Her promise to Elektra isn't manipulative or half-hearted. It comes from genuine awareness that she owes Elektra respect and gratitude. However, the real problem is that promises don't erase feelings. Dylan can try to behave differently, but as long as she continues to see Will as a hero figure, temptation and emotional tension will linger. This sets up a long-term issue where Elektra may never feel fully secure, no matter how well Dylan behaves on the surface. Meanwhile, Finn is mentally and emotionally exhausted. His decision to go to Il Giardino isn't casual, it's an attempt to reclaim some sense of normalcy. Unfortunately, Sheila represents the opposite of peace in Finn's life. After Steffi expressed serious concern about Sheila's closeness to Taylor and Deacon, Finn is carrying knowledge that feels dangerous. He knows something is wrong, but he doesn't yet know how bad it could get, and that uncertainty makes him freeze rather than act. Avoidance becomes his coping mechanism because confrontation risks detonating multiple relationships at once. When Sheila corners Finn, the situation becomes even more uncomfortable. Sheila's gratitude toward Taylor is sincere, which makes the moment almost cruel. She genuinely believes Taylor has been a stabilizing force and a protector of her marriage, not realizing that Taylor and Deacon are emotionally entangled. Finn is forced to listen to praise built on a lie, and that weighs heavily on him. This is where Finn's moral conflict deepens. He isn't just hiding information, he's now actively participating in a false reality that protects others at Sheila's expense. Finn's fear isn't only about Sheila's reaction. It's also about what telling the truth would mean for Steffi, for Taylor, and for the fragile peace that's been holding things together. Sheila has a history of explosive behavior, so everyone assumes she'll react violently or irrationally once the truth comes out. But the show has been quietly planting seeds that Sheila may not be the same woman she once was. The tragedy is that no one is willing to test that growth by trusting her with honesty. Instead, they're making decisions for her, which could ultimately provoke the very reaction they're trying to avoid. By the end of the episode, nothing is resolved, but the pressure is unmistakable. Dylan's promise buys temporary calm but not lasting security. Finn's silence protects the present but endangers the future. The longer the truth is delayed, the more devastating its impact will be when it finally surfaces. Friday's episode makes it clear that avoidance is no longer a solution, it's a ticking clock.